Dear students, today I am going to start with the chapter Nazism and the Rise of Hitler. We will first discuss with the background, that is, the end of the First World War. When the First World War ended, there was the defeat of Imperial Germany, and there was no emperor, so Weimar Republic took the charge of the country, Germany, and they formed the government. And on behalf of Germany, this Weimar Republic signed the Versailles Peace Treaty. This Versailles Peace Treaty was a harsh and humiliating peace treaty for Germany because Germany lost its overseas colonies, its population, territories, iron, coal, and also they had been demilitarized. So people of Germany used to think this Versailles Peace Treaty as harsh and humiliating. And there was economic crisis also in Germany, naturally because they had lost so much of their resources. And there was the years of Great Depression from 1924 to 1928. In that time there was huge unemployment situation. Those who were pension holders, they were also in deep anxieties and fears. And small businessmen, the self-employed, and the retailers suffered also. And there were the close of industries. There was huge inflation in Germany. In the meantime, we can see the dictator Hitler rose to power. Step by step, we can discuss how did he rise to power. Hitler was born in 1889 in Austria. After that, when the First World War broke out, he enrolled for the army, acted as a messenger in the front, and became a corporal. And he also earned medals for bravery. When Germany was defeated, he was horrified. In 1919, he joined a small group called the German Workers' Party. Subsequently, he took over the party and renamed it the Nazi Party. By 1932, we can see that the Nazi Party became the largest party with 37% vote. He was a powerful orator, and Hitler's oratory skill, his passion and his words moved the people, and he promised to the people to build a strong nation, undo the injustices of the Versailles Treaty, and restore the dignity of the German people. In this way, we can see that Hitler had already approached and occupied the mind of the German people. On 30th January 1933, President Hindenburg offered the chancellorship to Hitler. Having acquired power, Hitler set out to dismantle the democratic rule. A mysterious fire broke out in the German parliament in February. So, on 28 February 1933, the fire decree was declared, and it suspended civic rights like freedom of speech, press, and assembly that had been guaranteed by the Weimar Constitution. Then, on 3rd March 1933, the famous Enabling Act was passed. This act established dictatorship in Germany. It gave Hitler all power to sideline parliament and rule by decree. All the communists, that means his enemies, were packed off to the newly established concentration camp. and special surveillance and security forces were created to control and order society. Apart from the regular police in green uniform, the stormtroopers included the Gestapo, that is secret state police, the protection squads, criminal police, and security service. Hitler tried to recover the economy, and he had given the responsibility, assigned the responsibility to economist Jalmar Schacht. And this economist aimed at full production and full employment through a state-funded work creation program. And this project produced the famous German superhighways and the people's car Volkswagen. In foreign policy, Hitler acquired quick success. He pulled out of the League of Nations in 1933, reoccupied Rhineland in 1936, and integrated Austria and Germany in 1938 under the slogan One People, One Empire, and One Leader. He then went on to wrest German speaking Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia and gobbled up the entire country. Then Hitler did not stop here. In 1939, he invaded Poland, and this time the war with France and England started. We can say this invasion of Poland was the beginning of the Second World War. In 1940, a tripartite pact signed between Germany, Italy, and Japan. After that, Hitler was strengthened in the international power. Puppet regimes who used to support the Nazi Germany were installed in large part of Europe. By the end of 1940, Hitler was at the pinnacle of his power. Now Hitler moved to achieve his long-term aim of conquering Eastern Europe. He attacked the Soviet Union in June 1941. But it was a historic blunder. Hitler exposed the German Western Front to British aerial bombing and the Eastern Front to the powerful Soviet armies. The Soviet Red Army inflicted a crushing and humiliating defeat on Germany at Stalingrad. After this, the Soviet Red Army hounded out the retreating German soldiers. Meanwhile, it was the time when Japan was expanding its power in the East. It had occupied French Indochina and was planning attacks on US naval bases in the Pacific. When Japan extended its support to Hitler and bombed the US base at Pearl Harbor, the US entered the Second World War. The war ended in May 1945 with Hitler's defeat and the US dropping of the atom bomb on Hiroshima in Japan. So this is it is a brief account of what happened in the Second World War. This much is the lesson for today.